Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to November 2023 General Monthly Reading for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel to circulate to more and more individuals who are in need of this information just like you. Okay, Gemini, let's get to the transits. All right. So the new moon is going to be on the 13th, and that is going to be in Scorpio, 20 degrees, 44 minutes. And then the full moon on the 27th is going to be in your sign, Gemini, 4 degrees, 51 minutes. So that's going to be a big deal for you. And we still have transiting Chiron retrograde in Aries, and it will stay 15 degrees all month long. We also still have transiting North Node in Aries, and we still have Taurus, Jupiter, and Uranus in Taurus retrograde, both of them. Jupiter begins the month at 7 degrees, and by the end of the month, 5 degrees, and then Uranus begins the month at 20 degrees and then ends at 19 degrees. Now we do have, for all of us in the world, we have a major square going on with Mars, transiting Mars in Sagittarius, squaring, which is hard aspect, to transiting Saturn in Pisces and transiting Neptune in Pisces. So the first part of the month, we're going to have the emphasis and the close degree with Mars and Saturn squaring. And so we're talking Saturn, authority figures. Mars is the male, considered the male planet. It's action and it's very passionate in whatever it's feeling. Whatever the feeling is, it's going to be very extreme, and so it's going to be explosive, passionate, and it's going to be in, again, a square means, what's the word? I don't know the word. Clashing with authority figures, clashing with what's the authority figures have been pushing on us. And so we can see, and we'll see out in the world that possibly going on with those two planets. And then the second half of November is going to emphasize transiting Mars squaring Neptune in Pisces, which Neptune has to do with fantasy. It has to do with the illusion. It has to do with being deceived. And so again, those two energies are going to be clashing. So truths are going to be coming out, which they have been, but with Mars, it's going to be very, very explosive. And so it could be passionate truths coming out very passionately about how we have been deceived. Now I'm talking in the world, and this can also relate to you personally, some of you, depending on, because Gemini and Sagittarius opposes each other. So whatever you have, whatever planets you have in Gemini, you're going to have another hard aspect with Mars and Sagittarius. So it's going to be very fiery and verbal or action, physical action being taken. So even possibly to you or you doing that. And again, it depends on what the energies are. It depends on what the emotion that Mars is passionately expressing will depend upon. Again, it could be you doing that, or you could be on the receiving end of that from someone else. So I guess be very, very aware of, because Pluto also squares, or excuse me, not Pluto, Neptune and Saturn, because they're both in Pisces. Pisces also squares whatever you have in Gemini. So That's so authority figures, you could butt up against authority figures this month is a possibility. Okay, so enough of that. Let's go on to Pluto. Pluto is direct. It was direct last month, and it's in Capricorn still. It begins the month at 28 degrees, and by the end of the month, 29 degrees. Okay, Gemini, I want to take a look at this here. Actually, no, I'm going to do this second. I'm getting called to do this first. And so let's take a look and see what other planets or astrological energy is assisting you this month, Gemini. Let's do that first. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon, Gemini. Okay. So we have Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. And so to me, those are three big words for you to stay in your integrity this month. So stay as calm as you possibly can, and especially with the Mars and that Mars square and opposition to you. So stay in your integrity, and the best way to do that, that's coming to me, is you make sure that you stay balanced and you stay calm. And if you find yourself getting emotional and being triggered, do your best to step out of the situation and do whatever you need to do to calm yourself down, so that then you gain your posure back, you gain your composure, and then you step yourself back if you have to go back into that situation, like with others or whatever that is, then you can come back and you are centered again and you are back in your integrity. So you'll be way less likely to say something or do something that you might regret. So again, stay and service, being of service and reverence. So those three words, integrity, reverence, and service. Service to others, of course, so that you can best be of service to others too, I'm getting. So staying in your integrity and staying balanced and your emotions even and harmonious. Okay. Second out is the 11th house, and that has to do with friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. So what I'm getting for some of you is this environment with groups or having to do with humanitarian beliefs or like-minded friends, this is where you might be triggered. You might be triggered this month. And so again, just do your best to stay in your integrity and keep yourself peaceful and calm. Oh, I just got birds of a feather flock together. There are 4 birds sitting on a branch. Okay. And I just got I was drawn to the mountains here. You've had to climb some pretty tall mountains, pretty high mountains. And it's been a rough road, but you're doing it. You are doing it. And you can be proud of yourself. And you can pat yourself on the back. And be very grateful and thankful. And that's what I just feel, you are grateful and thankful. Okay, so let's do this, Gemini. Let's see what else you need to know for November. And also I'm getting with Virgo. Virgo is more factual, so I'm seeing that that's either going to be necessary for you to make sure that you stick with the facts. I'm getting several things. So first, stick with the facts for some of you, and that will assist you in being able to keep you from being triggered or lessen that time and be able to bring yourself back into balance quicker by keeping the facts in mind or going back to the facts at hand. And also, what I also got for some of you is you're naturally going to be more factual this month. You're going to be more factual as opposed to emotional this month. And then I'm also getting another message saying maybe some of you are going to be jumping back and forth, and so that's why it's best for you to do your very best to stay balanced in the middle of those two, facts and emotions. Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, a lot of different energies going on this month. Okay, so let's see what else for Gemini. Especially, you're going to be around groups, you're going to be around a lot of different people, and so that could be another reason why staying balanced within yourself and balanced within the facts and your emotions is key for you. You might have Taurus in your chart. You don't have to, but this same card, the Storyteller, came out in Taurus reading. And key. Also, if it's not Taurus and or maybe Aries, because 17, the number 17 came out to both Taurus and Aries. So you might have Aries in your chart, but you don't have to. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so wish upon a star. Wish upon a star. Allow yourself, give yourself the, what's the word? Give yourself the, what's the word? Just a second, my words aren't coming to me today. Just a second here. The ability, the openness to wish, to allow yourself to dream. Dream about what you want. And I'm also getting for some of you, there is something, you have a dream. It is very close to your heart. And you have been wishing and desiring and keep doing that because you're putting that energy out and it's going somewhere. It is working. So keep doing that. You will see it come to fruition. This is number 39. That breaks down into a 3. Maybe for some of you, it could have to do with your creativity, your mission. Don't be afraid to wish big. Don't be afraid to wish about your deepest dreams and desires. Allow that to unfold. Allow your imagination to send those wishes out. And this is right along with the Storyteller I'm getting. This is a very magical time for you. You're able to rewrite your story, or you're rewriting your story now this month. Is what I'm getting, Gemini, for some of you. And that's a very magical thing. It's very beautiful. The universe is assisting you of all these stars. And you got number 11 too. Number 11, I think, either Taurus or Aries got number 11 as well. Now, it's a different card, but still the same. 11 is a master number. Oh, and I know one of you Geminis out there, you do have your life path is number 11. So this is talking to you. You know who you are. Wow, that's amazing. So 11s are going to be a big deal for you this month. Seeing 11s, 11, 11. Make sure, pay attention to what you're thinking about, what's going on around you, how you're feeling. And I'm getting something about music. Music. Hearing music, listening to music. Pay attention. Also, I'm getting another message. Pay attention to the type of music you're listening to. The type, because the type of frequency that is, pay attention to how that makes you feel, what that makes you think about. Make sure that it's in perfect harmony. It's balancing you. It's making you peaceful. If it's not, turn it off. Walk away, because it's very important for you, especially with this wish and making a wish and wanting your dreams and desires to come true, that you stay in that peaceful state and that grateful state. And what you're watching too, for some of you, what you are allowing yourself to listen to, not just music, the type of frequency. How does that make you feel? If it doesn't make you feel good, if it starts to make you angry, if it brings your energy down, you're gonna know it, and turn it off. Walk away, because you are writing a new book. You are in control of this. Your consciousness, your conscious awareness, you are consciously, this month, writing a new book. And you want to make sure it's a new one. It's the very best for you now. Again, look at this, the royal you. This is number 16, that breaks down into a 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. And so this is a very spiritual time for you. Again, you're rewriting your story. This is a very spiritual, it's a highlight of your spiritual journey, a new journey that you have the ability, a new journey to create, a new story for yourself, a much better one, of course. And purple, dark purple, could be something you're drawn to. That's the crown chakra. It has to do with the crown chakra. It has to do with the third eye. So the unseen realm, the spiritual realm. The royal you I got is awakening. It's awakening. You are awakening it this month with what you choose to write, or how you choose to write your new story, and what you are wishing about, what types of frequencies and energy and music you're listening to. Listen to the music of your heart. I just got. And then this is number 40, the land between. You are literally in the process of bridging this gap. You are building a new bridge for yourself so that you can cross over to the other side that is much more in line with who you are. So one side is the past, and you have been building this bridge for yourself. And you're going to continue this month building that bridge. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Gemini, that's beautiful. Okay, so let's see. We've got, okay, so I'm going to take one more card before I conclude this reading, Gemini. So one last card for you. So let's see, what else does Gemini need to know? Before I close the reading, what do they need to know? What other details? Okay, Starlight. You have been upset in the past by the actions of others, but now is the time for you to say enough. For you to say, you are to speak enough and live your own life. Wow. Okay, I'm being called to say this again. This is very, very significant for you, Geminis, this month. You have been upset in the past, and maybe you held it in. Maybe you didn't say anything. Well, it's time for you to speak your mind. Speak the truth. What's best for you. You have been upset in the past by the actions of others, but now is the time for you to say enough and live your own life. Wow, Gemini. Powerful, that's powerful. You're to use your voice now more than ever before to others or another. Compassionately, of course. But you are to speak what's best for you. In the highest authority and the highest integrity. Because you are also being of service. I was drawn to the word service because you are also being of service to those others or another that you are to speak that to. You are being of service to them as well because you're being honest. Honesty is the best policy. I just got. While you stay in your integrity. Wow, that's beautiful. And you have the power. You are powerful, and you can do that. It's time. It's time. This is all about writing a new story. Standing in your power. Well, that's all I have for you, Geminis. Until next time, bye.